Again, Sean Corr and Ryan Reed making up row number 1. We will drive along with 4 different drivers, one of those being the 23 of Spencer Gallagher. Spencer will start 35th on the field.
We will also ride along with Leilani Munter driving the Cove sponsored Dodge. She will start from the 26th spot.
And we have a very good view of the front row. Ryan Reed will start second in the number 15 car.
And a pole sitter, first career pole for Sean Corr and the Empire Racing Ford. Top 10 in points last year. Looking for a big day today.
Talked about Ryan Reed starting on the front row. That is one of the 5 Venturini Motorsports entries in this race. So they have stacked the field hoping to get to victory lane today to start off the 2012 season. Pace car has made its way onto pit road. The field now in the hands of Sean Corr as they make their way through the tri-oval. Fans on their feet. Green flag in the air. We're underway.
Pretty clean start so far, dead even going in turn number 1.
ARCA Racing Series also has a restricted motor, which means that it'll take them a while to get up to speed.
About 400, maybe 410 horsepower in these ARCA engines.
They stay side by side as they go down the backstretch, trying to determine who will lead the first lap at Daytona. 2 by 2, 5 rows back already.
See Steve Blackburn, the 94 car, jumping right in behind Sean Corr, propelled him out in front of Ryan Reed.
The inside line begins to move as we see them stay nose to tail. A few stragglers up on the high line, but it's going to be Sean Corr who's going to lead lap number 1 at Daytona.
We saw this race dominated last year by Bobby Gerhart, running the bottom of the racetrack right against that yellow line all the way around. And here comes Bobby, and I wonder if this is strategy. I wonder if he's going to top off the fuel. He's pitted on lap number 5 last year. If he tops off the fuel and said, I'm going to go the rest of the way.
He was at the back of the field because of them having their time disallowed in qualifying. So now they come on to pit road. Ray, what are they talking about?
Rick, starting that far back, they figured might as well come in and do a quick fuel top off. That could really change your fuel window. The rule today is you must pit 1 time prior to lap 70.
And that could be their 1 time. We've seen Bill Gerhart, crew chief, do some crazy things to win this race. That might have just done it.
Yeah. He's going to have to rely on some caution laps, though, because we typically get enough caution laps. Again, he ran 75 laps here last year, pitted on lap number 5. He brought in a little bit earlier this time, but he knows how much fuel he had left, too, at the end of that race last year.
Look at how far Ryan Reed has drifted back, now running in about the 7th or 8th position on that outside line. That inside line has made the move. No one has moved out of position. And speaking of Bobby Gerhart winning it last year, one of the drivers who didn't move out of position the entire race once he got behind Bobby Gerhart was young Chris Buescher. He decided, I'm staying behind this guy. I know how good he is.
Yeah, he did a great job. Got a lot of experience. Now he's here to win. But it looked like I saw a little bit of steam coming from the right front base of the windshield for that 82 car of Sean Corr. He hasn't had anybody in front of him.
Right.
So right now he's got too much tape on that grill if that car's overheating.
Finishing up the 3rd lap of this 80-lap race. On to lap 4, and it's still been Sean Corr, your pole winner, out in front with Blackburn, Wyndham, Charleston, and Hockenbrot, the top 5.
They're going to catch Bobby Gerhart. There's Bobby right there in his Lucas Chevy. He will be caught by this pack here momentarily.
And the gamble that Bill Gerhart, the crew chief, made is probably a good one because we do have the Aaron's Lucky Dog. He will be able to get his lap back if he is the highest scored non-lead lap car if a caution comes out.
The thing I don't understand is the advantage to pitting on lap number 1 like Bill did right there. He could have ridden 5 or 6 or 7 laps and done the same exact thing, came out in exactly the same place.
And now Bobby Gerhart trying to stay in front of Sean Corr, moving around, and Corr decides to go around to the outside, and that's going to bring the pack with him. We'll see where Bobby Gerhart slides in.
Yeah, Bobby was pretty much a sitting duck there. They had so much more momentum, that pack running together. Now he's even with him right now. He can work his way around and try to get back towards the front. I think he would ideally like to be up front if the caution were to come out and earn his way back, not have to rely on the lucky dog, because then if he gets the lucky dog, he has to start at the back of the pack on the subsequent restart.
Bobby Gerhart trying a little strategy coming onto pit road right at the start of the race. After the green flag had dropped, he went all the way around and came onto pit road. They topped off with fuel. Now he's a lap down, but running about 6 cars back from the leader. And that's Sean Core that's holding the top spot.
Here's Brandon McReynolds. He's the front car on the outside line. First car on the outside line. Driving for Turner Motorsports outside of Chris Buescher right now in the 17 car. Here's Ryan Reed. They're right along with him. Our outside front row sitter.
And you never hear any change in the engine. When we ride along with those cars, you just hear that constant hum. Ray Dunlap.
Well, Rick, I was a lot like Phil. I thought, why not stay out till lap 10 or 11 for the 5 car? So I went and asked crew chief Billy Gerhardt, what was your plan there? He said, I felt like we could pit and get out in front of the field and stay out there, and that would put us in position to be ahead of the entire field and not take a chance of being in the big one in case there is one. But obviously that didn't work out. He said, not to worry, there is a lucky dog. He's okay there, but he likes the single file position they're in front of the 2x2 pack racing.
Yeah, Ray, you're right. He's in a pretty good spot right there if he can keep that side-by-side battle of Chris Buescher and Brandon McReynolds behind him. But if that car gets, that outside line gets a little bit of momentum and puts up in the middle, I don't think that's where Bill wanted Bobby to be.
So Ryan Reed now dropped down to the double yellow line. This is an unfortunate situation. The 29 of Sloan Henderson is on the inside on the apron area of the racetrack as they're working out of turn number 4, and around goes one car as they're coming toward pit road. The 33 Milcaduno sliding down pit road, and that brings out our first caution.
I think that may have been precipitated by those cars seeing Sloan on the inside. There may have been some people that moved to the outside just to give her a little bit more room, even though she's a good 15 feet inside of the yellow line.
So Milcaduno around coming out of turn number 4, slides on the concrete apron and into the grass as she came off of pit road, and it looks as though waiting to decide if she needs to take the hard left turn to go back in the ARCA garage. Let's look again at what happened.
You see some cars moving around about mid-pack. There's going to be some contact. Looked like the 33 Milcaduno tried to move back to the inside, and I believe that was Will Kimmel that was already committed to the inside next to the yellow line, and they made a little bit of contact. She did a nice job keeping that 33 car out of the inside wall.
Take a look at a picture from our DirecTV blimp.
See her move over. I believe that is the 68 of Will Kimmel that she made contact with. She was running in the 18th position.
And so close, traveling at over 180 miles an hour to that inside wall. So Milcaduno with a couple flat tires, and they'll have to go to work on that race car to get her back out. But coming out of turn 4, a wild ride for the 33. Welcome back. Lucas Oil Slick Miss 200 from Daytona International Speedway. Yeah, that's Travis Pastrana watching the ARCA race. Right behind him, he's got good friend Matt Crafton. He'll be running in the Camping World Truck Series race on Friday. We see the field of cars making their way onto pit road.
Majority of the field coming down pit road, at least the little
Jim, what's going on with Tom Esser?
A little bit of a hesitation here. He decided to come in once a few cars ahead of him came down. He started back in the top 5, got back to 10th. He came down gas only for the 52, Jamie.
32, Chris Windham coming on to pit road. Also, a lot of teams taking this opportunity for fuel only right now. They're going to get in that fuel stop before the 70 lap mark. Cars getting fuel and going back out.
17 of Chris Buescher, a runner-up last year to Bobby Gerhardt, pitted with the same strategy last year as Bobby Gerhardt, pitted on lap number 5, went the rest of the way.
Was all over his bumper.
For 50 laps anyway.
Yep, all over that back bumper. So the first caution has come out in the first race of the ARCA Racing Series. The upcoming schedule. How about Mobile International Speedway? We talked with Rick Crawford earlier down there, the owner of Mobile. He is so excited about having the ARCA Racing Series come to his racetrack.
He really is. That's a great facility there in Mobile, and Rick's done super work with it, and really excited, and the whole town was really excited about the ARCA Racing Series coming to Mobile.
The next stop for speed with the ARCA Racing Series will be Talladega Super Speedway, Toledo, Pocono, Michigan. All stops that we will be able to watch along with you, the ARCA Racing Series.